Welcome back, folks.
Welcome back to the finca in southern Spain.
It's a beautiful day, absolutely beautiful.
Bit of a chilly. Well, not as chilly as me.
No, I'm feeling okay at the moment. Unfortunately, we're not going to be working outside that much because we've got to crack on with the hay loft.
I've got a bit to do outside, I think, when we get my tools set up outside. Yeah.
You're lucky then.
My outdoor workshop.
I'm confined to barracks upstairs, finishing off the ceiling.
We're just going to pick it up exactly from where we left off on the last one, and we're hopefully going to get it achieve this video, get the walls done.
We keep saying
get the cabinet
but
finished.
We will get there.
So
let's crack on.
Waffle, yeah.
Right, I'm on it. Just got from here to that wall to do, so should definitely get that done today. Happy days.
So here we go. It says for best results, apply it across the grain first, and then along the grain, and then at the end take a cloth and any sort of damp patches, any thicker patches, wipe them off with the cloth. You're apparently supposed to apply it as thinly as possible. I've also just read as well that it can actually be applied the next day, which I didn't know. But not to worry, let's get the first coat on. Well, there we are, first coat's done. I don't know if you can make it out on camera, but it's really brought out the grain and the knots in it beautifully. Apparently, as it's drying, it can look really patchy. And then the second coat obviously will fix it up, but we'll let it dry now and see what it looks like. I'm going to wash my brush out before it goes hard. But yeah, it looks pretty nice actually. That's really brought out all the detail in the wood. So yeah, happy days. So now's the time to head to the workshop to make the doors. Fantastic. Okie dokie. So I'm in the workshop. I should be able to make these out of essentially scrap offcuts from the ceiling and other things. All I'm going to do, T&G, this one's a bit curly, 10mm thick, with, there's the boards I've selected to make the door out of, with a couple of ledges on the back, probably cut out of, I've got some offcuts of floorboard, to hold them all together. Very simple design, very simple idea. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut all these to me desired length, basically. Right, so I'm cutting all 6 at the same time to make sure they're all exactly the same length. There we are, perfect. It was actually 8 I needed, and not 6. But not to worry, I've just cut 2 more. So I'm gonna do them horizontal the same way as the walls. Normally I do them the other way for doors, but I'm just gonna try this and see what it comes out like. So it should all match all the way around. That's the theory. So now I need to cut 2 ledges. Oh, there won't be ledges really because they'll be vertical. To run up the sides. So I'm going to rip this down the middle and use this for one of the doors. So let's get that done. So I've got my two braces laid out on the table. I squared them up. We square them up by making sure the distance that way is the same, and then check across the corners. If the same measurement's same across the corners, then it's square. This side needs to be set 40mm in from the edge of the board, because I've got the closure, the thing that stops it, and then I need room for a little magnet catch as well. So I'm just going to nail and glue the first board like so. You can see that little overlappy bit there, and then I'm going to check it square again. I'm going to use a little nailer. I'm using 20mm nails, which will go 10mm into this back piece. Once the glue's set, it should be good. So I'll get the first one on. In fact, I'm not. These are 10 centimeters visible area. Yeah, 10. I've got 8, which my door only wants to be 750. So I'm going to need to take 50mm off. So I'm going to take 25mm off each end, off the bottom and then off the top. So if I just cut one in half right at the top, it might look a bit daft. So I'm just going to run this through the table saw now and take 25mm, which is about 1 inch off it. There we go. Blob of glue on each side. Making sure it doesn't move. So I'm just going to put one nail in, then I can check it. We get this exactly where I want it there, like that. That looks pretty good. And bang a nail in it. Alright. Right, I'll check it again now, and then we can just work our way up, basically doing exactly the same. Blob of glue, slot the next one in, and happy days. Once I've got the second nail in here, that'll hold them pretty much where I want them then. Alrighty, right, so I've got 7 on. I've still checked it again, it's exactly square, not even a millimetre out, which is what I like. All I've got to do now is rip this top one down to fit in the gap I've got at the top there, but obviously it's not quite a full width, so let's flip this over and I'll go and cut that down now. So there it is, our first door. All I've got to do now is repeat the process for the other one. So there's a sneak preview of the first door. It's just stood in place at the minute. So right, onwards and upwards with the second one. Right, that's the second door made. All we've got to do now is stick some hinges on them, get them swinging. So I'm putting the hinges on the door first, using this beautiful awl that Brian made for me to start the holes off. This one. Right. There you go. Right, so yeah, I got this one fixed and then we can look at getting the door on. Right, so the first one's on. All I did was put some cardboard underneath it just to hold it where I wanted it. I've just got one screw in each side just to check that everything's good, which it is. So now I'm just going to stick the rest of the screws in and then figure out how I'm going to do the other one. Because I might struggle to get in there with the screws, so I might have to do them by hand. But I'll get this one finished off and then I'll get the other one mounted and we'll have a look. I'll find a way.
And it's finished! Fantastic! Oh my goodness, my neck is killing me, but I'm so pleased to get it done today because tomorrow I'm on the lime wash. Right,
so both the doors are on, working really well. We can even still get the stuff out of the cupboards as well. So next job is to put the magnet catches on so all of them closed and put the little knobs on, and then give this a second coat. Because I've now found out I can actually wait until tomorrow to give it a second coat. That's what I'm going to do, because right now it's time to go and feed the zoo and walk the dogs and all that sort of stuff, and it's getting chilly and I've had enough. So we'll pick this up again in the morning.
It's Friday, it's that time, we're off to the vets again. Tabby's third injection, hopefully this one will be the last. Yeah, she's not happy, but we get you sorted out, Tabby cat. So, and hopefully the vet will be able to take the stitches out, so I don't have to go back on Monday, but we'll see. So I'll let you know. Off we go, Tabby. Come on, Poppet.
Ooh, it's a chilly one this morning. -2 it was. Bit of a frost everywhere earlier. Anyway, Sharon's gone to the vet. This flue here is working fantastically. That little catch tank on the bottom, every couple of weeks takes 5 minutes, pop up, pop it off, empty it, pop it back on, job done. So that's perfect. Just had a look inside it as well. It's staying pretty clear, which is also a good thing. Anyway, now I'm going to go and oil that the worktop upstairs. Wash my hands first, of course. So here we are again. The first coat's dried really well. It's soaked in completely. This coat, because it's already had its first initial soaking coat, we put it on with a brush. The brush is here, with clean brush from yesterday, and then give it a wipe off with the cloth. And again, another thing, same as linseed oil, don't leave cloths that have got oil and stuff on them inside, because they can spontaneously combust, which is not what you want. So I'm going to get on now, give this a good brush over, give it another coat, give it a wipe down, and we'll see what it looks like when I've done it. The difficult part of it is actually seeing where you've done. You get the light right over it. If you get down low, you can see any dry bits. I think I've got most of it, just this bit at the end to finish now. Right, I think I've got it all. I'm just going to take the cloth now and just give it a wipe over all of it. Take any brush marks out of it. Make sure it's all nice and smooth and excellent. Very good. I'll carry on with that. I don't know if you can make that out on the camera, but it's put a really nice sort of sheen on it. Depending on how that dries, I may give it a third coat because I'm really liking the look of that. Wonderful. We'll have to leave it to dry and then we can make a decision. So while we're waiting for that to dry, I'm going to apply the magnet catches to the doors. Just simple little clicky things. And the doorknobs, we've got a couple of these which look quite nice as well. Nice little wooden, simple things, should work alright. So I'll get them on. So what we do with these is screw the magnet to the door where we want it, which in this case is there. Then click the other bit onto it, shut the door, and then from underneath, inside, hold it in place and pop a screw in. That's the theory anyway. Right, I'll get it fixed on. Okay, so the magnets are on. They're not super strong, but they work. Now for the knobs. I'm going to put them about there, I think. So I just need to drill through so my screw will fit through. So I'll go and get the right size drill bit and get it sorted out. Because my doors are thicker than what the thread will allow for, I'm going to have to countersink it. So I'm going to drill all the way through the door with this 4mm bit, which is the same size as the thread, and then countersink it down with this 10mm afterwards. So let's get it fitted, get the knobs on. So I've done the 4mm all the way through from the front, so I know where I want it. I'm just going to countersink them now with this, a little bit at a time. Obviously we don't want to go right through the door with this. So let's have a look. Just get in. Where's my screwdriver? Oh, it's over there. A little bit more, I think. I'm probably getting it out now. It's a good fit. There it is. Just a touch more. Should do it. Can get him through again. Oh, come on. That's it. Coming right through, and then where's my knob? So we've got the screw in it. Then he just goes on there like that. And tighten him up, there we go. How nice is that? Right, I'll get the other one done. There we are, doors complete and operational. Fantastic. Right, so what's next? I'm gonna, before I do this trim on the top, I'm gonna decide if I want another coat on this or not yet. So we'll have a think about what's next in a minute.
Well, we're back. Couldn't take the stitches out today because there's still quite a bit of inflammation there apparently. She's had her third antibiotic injection and the vet's put some drops in her ear as well, which apparently last 15 days. I don't understand how this medication works these days, but everything seems to last 15 days. It slowly releases into the ear. I don't know whether you can see that, but it is still quite swollen. She's fed up of going to the vets, bless her. I don't blame her, I'm fed up as well, but hopefully Monday everything should be sorted and healed. We'll see.
The other thing that I overlooked, the whole of this needs oiling underneath the sides, the fronts, the doors, and it should blend all the different shades. We see we've got a few different shades, should blend it all together. So I'm going to start on that. I'm going to start at this end and just work my way across. It's going to be a bit of a job actually because it's quite a large surface area. The fridge is going to have to come out. Getting around the wire rack at the bottom is going to be a bit tricky. Should have thought of that before, but hey ho, let's just get on with it.
So, lime washing day it is. Exciting. Just washing the wall down to start with, because it needs to be damp for the lime wash to stick, and also it's very dirty. So doing that, and then we're on it. Good, at last.
Right, the end bit's done, the fridge is out. I'm going to get in here done now. I'm having a shower problem now, it's all running down, doing the underneath. It's all running down. Lovely. I've got the tissue in place. Right, carry on.
And we're off. You probably can't see, it's a bit dark in this corner, but yeah, exciting.
Right, there's a milestone. The cupboard, the kitchen unit, the kitchenette unit is finished. Hurrah! Absolutely fantastic. I've still got to put the sink and stuff in it, and maybe another coat on the top yet. But yeah, all the rest of it's done. We'll see how that dries. It should blend the wood together a bit. Wood's always different shades of colours. That's what makes it so interesting. So yeah, happy days.
It's going on quite well. Always looks patchy, you know this. But yeah, it's going on a lot easier than it did on that wall. So I'm hoping that one coat will be enough. Crack on. Well, I'm just aiming to finish this bit now, and that's it for today. Time to walk the dogs, feed the donkey and the goat and the cats, and feed the dogs. But it's really starting to take shape now. I hope you get the effect a bit better, and we'll catch you tomorrow.
Well, it's the morning. It was cold last night. We had a frost, heavy frost actually, and luckily, well, I went and had a look at the roof, and the roof was frosty. I don't know if you can make that out on the camera, but the apartment roof there is totally covered in frost, so we're not losing heat from there. It has melted a little bit since from earlier because the sun's on it a bit, but yeah, so the heat's not going from there. It's 18 degrees in there at the moment and -2 out here. So we're not losing heat through the roof. It's 18 degrees here, probably 19 degrees at that point. So yeah, we're not losing much heat through the roof, so it's got to be this slab of a floor that's just drawing all the heat out. Digital thermometer shows it's colder than everywhere else. But anyway, look how this has dried. Absolutely fantastic. We're made up with it. It's looking really nice. Sharon's going to carry on today working that way, and I'm going to put another coat of wax. I've decided, I've had a look at it in the light, and the way it's laid, some of it's quite shiny, if that's the right word, so I'm going to give it another coat which will give it all a nice lovely sheen. So that's my first job, and this has dried lovely. I hope you can make it out alright. Colour's gone pretty uniform. There's a couple of dark bits, but that's wood. But the top, yeah, I'm just going to give it one more final coat now, and then yeah, we should be pretty much done, ready for the next phase. And there we go, it's done. Hopefully you can see that clearly. The only thing we're not sure about with this unit, Sharon said she'd like black knobs on to match the hinges, so we're going to change them at some point. But yeah, it's all just finished really nicely. Right, so what we'll do next, possibly have a look at this trim. I think we're going to put a shelf up the top of the tiles there, a handy little shelf. So that's something we're probably going to have a look at in a bit. But first we've got to go and get some more carrots for Donkey and Goaty, because they're eating them all. Here we are, back at the carrot mountain. There's a proper mountain today. Carrots and parsnips, and Sharon's found a dog or two or three. Hello mate. Hello friendly dog.
Hello.
4.
Hello.
They all come to say hello.
Hello, darling.
Right, let's get some carrots loaded. So here we are, we've got our own mini carrot mountain. They absolutely love them, they do though.
Hey. Oh, sorry Brucey.
Not only do Donkey and Goaty like carrots, so do the dogs.
Brucey straight in the kennel. Wake up, Bobby. Isn't that nice?
You can't hardly see that, can you? But I'm thinking this is a shelf sat up there, maybe another one above it. Take it down. I've got to watch my worktop because it's still wet. I'll pop it in there. Perfect length, and then make some brackets out of bed like that. Set them above it so I don't have to drill through the tiles. 3 brackets, 2 shelves. I think that'll look pretty good actually. And that plus it finishes off the tiles on the top there, and then I'll work out the rest of it shortly. But yeah, that'll be useful because it's just a wasted space. As long as we can reach the shelves, bearing in mind the floor's going to be a little bit higher, it should be pretty good. So we're liking that idea. The knobs as well, I might make those and just bend these into a U to fix to the drill through, screw them to the doors instead. Paint them black, could look nice. We're full of ideas, full of great ideas.
Right, well, I'm on with the wall. I've just done this little bit to start with this morning. I'm trying to get my consistency right. It was perfect yesterday, but it's a bit like mortar. Sometimes it's better than others. Very fiddly going around the window, so I've got my little child's paintbrush to do those bits. But yeah, hopefully get this finished today. That'd be good.
Well, I can't do a lot until this worktop's dry. I've been quested with making handles, black handles, to replace these wooden ones, because Sharon doesn't like them. They just disappear, you can't see them. So I've come up with this. I've bent a piece of metal round a piece of bar to give a nice round curve, which I'll paint black and go on there where the existing handle is. It's met approval of the management, so I'm going to knock up another one, drill a couple of screw holes in them and paint them black. Look at this wall behind me, absolutely fantastic, it's looking beautiful. Shower's nearly up to the corner now. I've made my 2 handles for the doors over there, the kitchen. I just need to paint, I've drilled a hole in them, countersunk kit ready. I've got some nice black screws, and I just need to paint them black now, and I've left my can out in the sun because it's too cold to warm up a little bit. So I'll come back to you in a minute, well, shortly.
Well, that's it for this video, folks. Hope you've enjoyed it. The wall is done. I've literally just got that bit now above the railway sleeper and down the other side.
Ran out of time again.
Ran out of time, nearly time to walk the dogs and feed all the animals, but yeah, I'm really pleased anyway I managed to get that done today.
Yeah, my handles are drying outside, they're still wet so I can't fit them yet, but we're going to carry on for the next video and keep making, but we've made fantastic progress. We're so pleased with what we've done, aren't we, this time?
Absolutely.
And so yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video and you know be interested in following our progress, it's going to be inside, we're going to be outside, everything, we've got it all to do. Consider subscribing to the channel, little button down there. If you click the bell and select all, YouTube will notify you every time we upload a video, which is currently
twice a week,
Thursdays and Sundays. Yes, it's a new routine for us. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thanks to everyone. We'll see you on
Thursday.
Thursday. Yes, Thursday.